Hello, friends. This is Scott, and this was filmed about a week ago. This is my tomatillo crop this year, and it's time to harvest. The first frost was reportedly going to be this night, and it didn't happen, but it did freeze a few nights later. But here's what tomatillos look like. And I watched another video from Simple Living Alaska, another YouTube channel, and they grow all different colors and shapes of tomatillos, which I didn't know existed. So check them out too, also, if you want to know more about tomatillos. But tomatillos are kind of a low vining crop. Once you plant a tomatillo in your yard, you're likely to have volunteer tomatillos for many, many years. So the ones I'm picking right now are ones that I actually planted. And I'm going through this, and the frost is coming a little early this year. And they've got a lot of immature tomatillos. So if the frost would have held off, I'd have had a lot more. But I'm picking through here, and I'm picking the ones that are, at least halfway puffed up. Now, here's what a tomatillo looks like. It's a paper tomato, but it's not really a tomato. But you see how there's kind of a nice green colored fruit. They're kind of citrusy. Now, this is more of a mature tomatillo, so that's kind of what you want to look for. So I'm going to pick anything that's at least a half full or totally full. So a lot of times when they drop off the vine is when they're ready to pick. So I'm going through these vines as I'm cleaning up the garden. As you can see, it is a very viney, low-growing crop. And here's a look at some here. Here's one that's really not ready. So I'm going to leave that one, and that one there too is still not ready. But here's one that's about half ready. So I'm going to take that one. And then whatever I don't pick, I should say I'm harvesting everything, but it's going to the chickens. So nothing goes to waste in my garden. If I don't eat them, or my family, the chickens get them. As I'm digging through these, I'm finding a lot of other types of volunteers. There's sunflowers. And the birds, because I fed black oil sunflower seeds, and so the birds just planted them throughout the yard. So I'm finding quite a few of them. But I'm going through each one of them, just checking them to see if there's something I can salvage or not. And a lot of these are not salvageable. So again, they go to the chickens. But I'm finding a few here and there. This section I did not plant on purpose. So these are all volunteers from compost I spread, and the seeds were in the ground, I guess, or in the compost. So we're going through here, and there's lots of immature ones, but I'm finding a few that I can keep. But they're small. And I wish there would have been a couple more weeks of warm weather, and I probably would have had a lot more of a significant harvest. But, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, as they say. Here's a look at my massive harvest this year. There's not a ton of them, but they're nice ones. And again, I don't use them for a lot of different applications in the kitchen, but I do enjoy them for one particular purpose. Here's a look at all the unshucked tomatillos, and I've got a cutting board ready to process them. And all I do is I either cut them in halves or fourths. And as you look at these, they're kind of interesting. They're very kind of a gel-like material, and they've got the little seeds in them, and they're kind of a little bit sticky on the outside. So they're definitely not a tomato, but they look like a tomato, but they're kind of an interesting little vegetable. And cutting them up, that's what they look like. And this is what I have this year. And I'm going to put them in freezer bags, and I'm going to save them. And I don't know how many bags I'm going to have this year. But it's a nice little crop. And again, I don't use a ton of these, but when I do, I need them. And so I got 3 bags. And you don't have to blanch them. You just cut them up and throw them in the freezer. You can even throw them in whole if you'd like. But I'm cutting them up just make them a little bit easier to manage in the freezer. This is why I grow tomatillos, because they're an essential component to my great salsa recipe that I've documented in an earlier vlog. So tomatillos are necessary to make this brown, kind of greenish goodness. And you see it bubbling there. So that's my favorite salsa. And go back and check that recipe out, because you won't be disappointed. Now, after a long day, I always want to give Lincoln a little bit of entertainment. So I'm letting him watch a little YouTube. And this is a ratting video with terriers and other dogs. And so Lincoln enjoys this, and he gets to participate in something that we normally wouldn't be into. So, well, thanks for watching this video. And if you like what you see, please give me a like, share, and comment. And always subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.